'cause I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, oh, I love you.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of the Smokin Joe Show. Our guest this week is Billy Brouse of Papadosio, a band that I've been enjoying and, just following for years, a decade or so. And I'm very excited for this day. We have had a wonderful chat thus far. We've had extra time to hang out, which is kind of rare with this. Sometimes people just have to come in and out. What have I been up to? Man, well, Dead Larry released a new single called Make It, and live stream cover challenge is crazy as ever. And we announced the virtualization of Galactic Get Down. And I've just kind of been trying to hang out with my wife and enjoy this time as best we can in the weather. Last week, we had that one guy. We had a great chat, and he pulled a lot of stuff out of his beard. He's a magical man. If you're watching the time, we talked an extra 40 minutes last week, so that just goes to show that the hour show is loose. If you're watching this live and in the chat and one of the Facebook shares, please take a second and share this video. It's more fun if people chat in the chat. We can say hi. We haven't seen each other a long time, and it also helps spread it to people who might not know. But if you're watching this in the future on YouTube in reciprocation, then please subscribe. Syndication, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll get lots of fun videos and all sorts of Joe stuff. I would like to thank our number one sponsor, Shadow Wick Creations, the best candles this side of the Milky Way galaxy. They have an exclusive monthly Galactic Get Down candle collection. Each month features 3 unique candles inspired by Galactic Get Down. You buy a candle, and it shows your support for the festival. For more information on Galactic Get Down candle collection and all the great products from Shadow Wick, check out their Etsy page at etsy.com/shop/Shadow Wick Creations. And that being said, the Smokin Joe Show, we're taking on bigger and bigger talent all the time. We got a member of Papadosio in the house. We talked to Mike Dillon. We hang out with that one guy. We're getting cooler by the second. So we do have sponsorship opportunities available on this show and other virtual events that we hold. So if you have a business you'd like to have us promote, just let us know. Hit us up.
I'm going to go on record and say that I'm not as cool as Mike Dillon, though.
No, I mean, I'm not as cool as Mike Dillon.
Mike Dillon's the coolest person in the entire universe. So
absolutely. He's a wonderful man, and it was glorious to catch up with him. Mike Dillon's amazing. So yeah, all you sponsors out there, give us a call. Thanks to my patrons on my Smokin Joe Patreon for subscribing to me and all of my wonderful content every month. I really appreciate it. It means more now than ever. Patreon.com/SmokinJoeMusic. Lots of announcements ahead of time, special deals, fun little things I think of, and just I just want to give people who will listen to it. Patreon's great. So without further ado, we're going to get into the segment with the newest, hippest theme song, The Weekend Get Down. We're going to stay up late. We're going to hit the town. You dig? Pick your booty up. Oh, yeah. And shake it all around. It's The Weekend Get Down. All right. I wrote and recorded that whole little funky ditty, and it was a blast to do. But these days we call it the Weekend Stay In because, of course, we're not going around town and we're not getting down. But we are getting down and going around in our hearts. Presented by Kind Jams Minnesota, one of the biggest supporters of live music in Minneapolis. We thank Kind Jams for their support. Friday. Mark Joseph performs Bob Dylan. And Mark Joseph is at it every week. Lots of shows. He's really making sure the music is out there. He performs Bob Dylan with special guests on Friday, May 22nd, 7 to 8 p.m. Facebook Live from the Mark Joseph page. It is free, and there's an 8 p.m. Zoom ticketed show. So a little VIP action. Also on Friday, our boy John behind the scenes of Vicarious Visions and Get Down Enterprises present the Memorial Day Meltdown Friday at 8 p.m. The Memorial Day Meltdown featuring Icky Boy, Nigel Teabags, Flow State, and Carnage the Executioner. This live stream will be brought to you by Vicarious Visions and Psychotropic Sounds. This Memorial Day weekend, we invite you to join us for some of the best hip-hop sounds the Minneapolis area has to offer. We'll feature live sets streamed to you throughout the night on Facebook Live. On Saturday, MJG's Bloody Brunch featuring Julian Davis. Saturday at 11 a.m., Julian Davis, the wonderkind from Kansas. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being. I've had the fortune of spending a lot of time with him. MJG Productions Bloody Brunch, Saturday, May 23rd, featuring bluegrass prodigy and former Jeff Austin band. There it is. Jeff Austin band member Julian Davis. 11 a.m. is when it starts. Tips are not required, but always appreciated. Okay, I practice saying this. Simulacra, John? This is an event, Simulacra, a social web XR experience. This is when things get techie, ladies and gentlemen. This is some stuff that we're looking into ourselves for the Virtual Galactic Get Down. Saturday at 7 p.m., welcome to Simulacra, a new kind of art gallery and event space. During these COVID times, REM 5 has been exploring new ways to connect online. Through our new web XR platform, you'll be able to explore a virtual gallery space with the art of over a dozen local artists working in digital mediums completely from your web browser, Firefox or Chrome, or tethered VR headset, if you got that. This opening event will be the beginning of a new space that will live online and serve as an event and meetup location for the foreseeable future. Meet the artists, chat with the REM 5 team, and make your way through the multi-story, fully virtual space. So check that out, Simulacra, social web experience. All weekend long, another virtual festival. Heck yeah. May 22nd to May 24th, we have Happy Place. Get ready for a weekend filled with music, art, friends, and family. Even though we're distanced, we can still be together in our happy place. Our happy place. Bring the weirdness, costumes, and shenanigans. We will be creating a Venmo for Be the Change nonprofit due to the cancellation of Project Earth. You know, they usually raise quite a bit of money, and it's nice to see people contributing every Sunday. Grateful Sunday, number 466 with the Shotgun Ragtime Band. Sunday at 6 p.m., the Minnesota Dead Freaks Unite. Who are you? Where are you? How are you? Join us for Grateful Sundays at the Driftwood Shotgun Ragtime Band live Facebook webcasts. That's right, Grateful Dead every Sunday at 6. You see the Driftwood, and now it's online. Speaking of being online, I would like to thank everyone for your positive and kind words through our announcement yesterday. The Galactic Get Down has now turned virtual, and it has turned into GGDV, which was my idea of like combining virtual with it's our 5th year Roman numeral double entendre. I was super stoked about it. Things on Earth look a little dicey this summer to put on an outdoor music festival. So the Galactic Get Down is going virtual for our 5th year in 2020. We will have live music, live art, live fire performances, a virtual shakedown street, real-time community interaction, and so many more things. We're just kind of seeing what the trend before we start making plans, but we have a lot of ideas, and we cannot wait to share them with you. And of course, my pandemic constant, the live stream cover challenge. With so many people streaming, I had an idea. Live stream cover challenge. The guidelines are easy. Challenge an artist to play a song. That artist has 24 hours to learn the song, and once learned, the artist goes live in the group to perform the song. We now have livestreamcoverchallenge.com. There's merchandise, and there are 35,000 members. And that's very exciting. We have on the website, we have some featured videos, but if you go on the Facebook group, it's just madness. Live music everywhere. So tune in, live stream cover challenge on Facebook. And that brings us to the end of the Weekend Get Down and to our first video, which we have been featuring every week, a video from live stream cover challenge. This music video is, one second. Pause. Sorry, I can't remember. I don't want to misquote. I don't want to misquote who it is.
That's my bad, Joe. I forgot to grab the title when you sent me the video.
That is okay. We will get through this together. Here we go. I've almost got it. It is Jacqueline Garcia doing her rendition of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And this was back the beginning of April. And I just remember she did it in the morning, and I woke up one morning and I was just feeling super bad about the state of things, and I just kind of like hobbled over my computer and put this song on, and it completely changed my day. And hopefully if you're feeling down, it'll pick your day up too. Jacqueline Garcia with Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? Should have stayed on the farm. Should have listened to my old man. No, you can't hold me forever. Didn't sign up with you. Not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't pet me in your penthouse. Going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny black toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. What do you think you'll do then? I bet they'll shoot down the plane. Take you a couple of vodka and tonics to set you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tidbits like you on the ground. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. Can't plant me in your penthouse. Going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny black toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road.
Hello, everyone. I loved that version of that song. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Big fan of live stream coverage challenge, although I have been taking a little break from live stream coverage challenge the last couple of weeks. I've been working on an extra special cover today, which if I can, I'll get out before midnight. But enough about me. Our very special guest on the show is Billy Brouse. Billy Brouse is in the house. How you doing, Billy?
I'm awesome. How is everyone?
Well, everyone in the chat, I bet they seem very excited to see you and
Let's
see you.
see.
I'm
Oh.
sure.
Hi, hey, Dad. I know my dad's in here somewhere.
Nice.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Billy's dad.
Hey.
I'm Joe.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Kelly. Hi.
Your dad's
hi,
name's Chris?
Becca.
My dad's name's
No,
Chris.
no. My dad's name
Oh.
is Bill. I'm actually the
Bill?
fourth They finally perfected it on the fourth try.
You're the fourth
Yeah.
Bill? Nice.
Yeah. Well,
I know a lot of Joes, but I'm kind of my own Joe, I guess. So, first thing we like to do with our guests when they come on the show is basically say hello. You know, you can introduce yourself if you'd like, tell anybody, you know, anything in particular you'd like them to know. But then we're going to play a game. So, got any introductions?
Cool. I'm Billy Brouse. I play keys like that, and I play sometimes vibraphone like that in Papadosio, and I do bleep, bloop, bloop beat things like that sometimes.
Nice.
And I just play music, and that's my life. And hopefully, if you're watching this, you've seen us and had a good time.
I've seen you and had a good time.
Nice.
I
Well,
definitely
that's what
have.
it's all about, man.
That's for sure. So, our game today is called Ohio Rolina. Did I say that right? Ohio Rolina. Ohio Rolina.
North
I would
Carolina. Hi.
Ohio Rolina. And I would like everyone to know that I spent way too long on that graphic today. I had to make sure that the eyes and lips were perfect to my standards of being. Anyway, so Ohio Rolina, this
they're
is
fighting.
a take on our wonderful. Oh, they are fighting. The fighting states. Oh, and it gets deeper. There's more graphics. Anyway, so this fun game is a state mashup. I will say a fun fact about a state, and you have to state which state that fact is about. So
Let's fucking go, dude.
let's do it, dude. All right. I got to pull up the questions. Here we go. John Coltrane was born here.
North Carolina.
John?
What?
Oh,
You-
yes, it was North Carolina.
Yeah.
I turned the North Carolina flag into nice job. Also took way too long. I'll stop announcing it. All right, 25. 25, count it. NASA astronauts were born in this state.
Ohio, for sure. John Glenn is from Ohio, dog.
Oh, yeah, Ohio. You're not going to get any of these wrong. I love it.
I
This is
probably
great.
will, but
Well,
I'm a big history buff in my old age, so we'll see.
yes. Just curl up with a good history book.
Yeah.
Let's see. 2 900-pound poplar drumsticks were given to Dave Grohl in this state.
Ohio, Dave Grohl's from Warren.
And with a bonus point, with extra information about Dave Grohl. Are you a Foo Fighters fan?
Yeah, dude.
Cool. I mean, I assume that not everyone is, right?
One time I was in Dave Grohl's green room, but he didn't know I was there. That was interesting.
You were like, but you were there in the room with him, like, hey, dude, that's Dave.
No,
Grohl.
they were on stage, but I was in the green room at the Cellular Center.
I've
at
done that
Christmas
to a lot
Jam.
of bands. Maybe your band. I don't know. I don't remember.
I hope so.
Some
Just
of those years.
Don't drink our beer, man. You're good.
Oh, I would have. I wouldn't now, but there was a
Well, if
time.
you go in a green room and don't drink beer, were you even in the green room? Because I don't.
I don't know. Sometimes it's just fun to watch it unfold.
I definitely drank Dave Grohl's beer.
Nice. I'm 1 degree away from Dave Grohl, everyone. This is known as the furniture capital of the world.
North Carolina.
It is North Carolina, Ohio, Carolina. So far, you have 1,000,000 points, a perfect score. The Christmas Story House Museum is located in this state.
Cleveland, Ohio.
And with the city, he gets an extra 2,000,000 points to get him up to 18,000,000 points. This is amazing. This is the best point gathering I've ever seen. Best point gathering I've ever seen. This state has the only state flag that is not a rectangle.
Ohio.
Ohio, and you can see it right now. There it is. Oh yeah, Ohio.
I like that graphic.
Thank you. It
Nicely
took too
done.
long.
Nicely done.
And then I was like, the Ohio one was a weird shape, so I'm like, well, I can't make the North Carolina one a regular flag. I got to make it pointed, and it was just a whole.
I don't even know what the North Carolina flag looks like because I'm still from Ohio in my heart of hearts.
Nice. I grew up in Iowa, roundabouts, and then I moved to
Alright.
Minneapolis like 8 years ago or so. So I'm a transplant of sorts. Let's see what other fun facts we can come up with here. The state bird is the cardinal.
Ohio.
That is actually North Carolina.
What?
State bird
Oh,
is the
my
cardinal in North
God.
Carolina.
I feel like the Cardinals like
Point.
the Cardinals like every state bird.
Right. This is the capital
Ah.
St. Louis state bird.
All
Cardinals.
right, well, I'm out of here, dude.
That was rage quit. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, really, honestly, the amount you seem way smarter than Mike, that one guy I did than last week. There was some trivia that I just did not know. Okay, there's an 8-foot tall, 600-pound statue of Arnold Schwarzenegger in this state.
That sounds like an Ohio thing.
Oh, that one guy's in the chat. Hi, Mike. He knows that our trivia was off last week. It's not
Wait,
a
if that's in North Carolina and I haven't seen it, I'm really messing up. But I think that's in Ohio, right?
It is in Ohio.
Okay.
Billy,
It just
Billy.
sounds like
Killing it.
such an Ohio thing. North Carolina.
Yeah, what is there? Can you describe what an Ohio thing would be? Like just
Well-
like big, ridiculous statues and like gigantic drumsticks and like oversized, humorous props.
And it just sounds like something someone who lives outside of Columbus with too much time would do. Like,
Columbus.
so like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to start,
Oh yeah. I don't want you to have to talk
talking
jiving
shit
about
on
your-
Columbus because
Right. We love Columbus. and
Cleveland's
Cleveland,
way better, but
Akron,
it's all good.
and other cities.
Yeah.
Let's see. Venus flytraps are native to this state. Cincinnati, I know
North
that one too.
Carolina.
Yes,
yeah,
North
yeah.
Carolina is correct. North
Yeah.
Carolina. Fun fact: I told Billy this earlier, but I come from going back to when my family came to this country. We lived in North Carolina for a long time, and my mother grew up in North Carolina, so I have many descendants out there. Never been, but that's a thing that connects us.
Oh wait, I'm being told that it's both states' birds from
Oh,
Uh,
we just get called out.
Emily
All
and
right.
my mother. So my mom said it. That shit is
Well,
right.
everyone. If you know anything about me, it's I'm happy to be wrong. Both state birds. Points are returned to you. 26 million points.
To be fair, my wife looked these up, so I mean,
What are you saying about your wife? Well,
I mean, she
you should have
wasn't-
helped her.
And you didn't know much about birds?
she wasn't
All right, well-
wrong that it's North Carolina, right?
I know a lot about birds, but just bird law. I don't know a lot
I'm an
about
aviation
the actual
enthusiast.
bird.
I know we should put birds on things. All right, we'll do a couple more. There's some. Let's see. This state's flower is the red carnation.
North Carolina.
It is, in fact, Ohio, but now we must check. Is it both?
Yeah,
Do they
right?
share flowers and birds?
I think
They
they
share
just
flowers and birds.
they just got done. Like, how many cool flowers and birds are there that all these a lot of states got to share all that stuff, right?
Right. Well, you know what the Minnesota state bird is? It's the loon.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's the loon. Or if you want to be funny, it's a mosquito.
No, yeah, I was gonna say that or a dragonfly, because if you're
Yeah.
like way up north
really
in the
is the
summer,
loon.
it's crazy. Huh, I like a nice loon.
All right, this state is one of the leading producers of tomato juice. Second to last question, tomato juice.
North Carolina.
It's Ohio.
God, well, I really shot the
Nice.
bed there at the end, I guess.
Just got overconfident, It's okay. We got one left, and this one is the one that actually matters anyway, I decided. The oldest public university in the United States resides in this state.
Ohio, and it's Ohio University.
Hold on.
If I got that wrong. 1802, Ohio University. Because I went there.
It says here it's Georgia.
Oh, well.
All right. Hold on. Don't worry about that question. We're going to do one more question. One more question. I'm not satisfied with that ending. Okay. Birthplace of Krispy Kreme.
North Carolina.
North Carolina! And our big winner, Billy Brouse. You know a lot about your states.
It's a passion. It's not something that I talk about a lot. But
How's the drive from Ohio to North Carolina?
beautiful.
Beautiful.
I don't even look at it anymore. It's like one of those things you just get in the
Seen
car
one-
and then you're there and then it happens.
Seen one beautiful thing, seen them all. That's what I says. Well, cool. Well, Billy, thank you for playing our Ohio Carolina game. You just slayed it. Only got you a couple times. And now we're going to feature a Papadosio video. It is a video that was created by a 14-year-old, I'm told.
Yeah, Circle Patch on Instagram. If you want to go check her stuff out, she just made it. I don't exactly remember what the story was behind it, but I think her mom was a Dosio fan, and she was just kind of like brought up with it. And she's an incredible artist. She to this, yesterday posted some really cool art. So at Circle Patch on Instagram, check her stuff out. It's really great.
It's awesome. That's amazing. And then the song is called Mr. Turtle's Cloud Kingdom.
Yep.
Here we go.
One of my faves.
And we're back. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
That was an amazing video.
yeah. Oh, hey, Turtle. Turtle put turtles on there. Hey, bud.
Turtle? The turtles?
Turtle, the vibe coordinator.
Need
Ryan
that.
P. Turtle.
Ryan P. Turtle. So, here we are. You are where you are. I am where I am. But before we get to the obvious situation of what's happening in our world, I'd like to say welcome. And I would like to go back in time and talk about young Billy, little Billy, the fourth. Where did you grow up? Like, what was Ohio? It was Ohio.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I grew up in
Ohio.
Yeah, I grew up in Kent, Ohio, where Kent State is,
Ah, yes.
and then went to high school in Hudson, Ohio, which is like right next door, and very strong Northeast Ohio vibes from me.
Nice.
I don't have the accent as much anymore, but every once in a while it comes out.
So, yeah, it's weird. There are words, they'll just pop out.
Just
in
pap,
accents.
just paps around.
Just pop right out. Pop right out of the bag.
Yeah, that's the super Midwest. The
Oh
bag.
yeah, I call my wife out on that all the time. It's hilarious. It's like, sorry, babe, she's back there, everybody. Anyway, and then my favorite question to ask in the beginning is who or what circumstances first got you into playing music? Like, what got you hooked first time?
Well, I went to a summer camp, which is the oldest camp for boys. It's all dudes. Like, I want to preface this by saying that I still get stage fright every once in a while. So I always knew I kind of like wanted to play or act or do something like that, but it took being at a summer camp full of just all dudes for me to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna play music because I see other people doing it and they really encourage that sort of thing. It's called Camp Dudley, and I think the first time I was on stage was there. I was actually playing the drums. And so that's on stage, and then you get that itch. But before that, my brother Sam and I were playing music, in our dad's basement. I was playing guitar. I had played cello in school orchestra.
Same.
And one day, nice. Cello's fucking awesome. One day I just turned it to the side and played a Green Day song for my mom and dad. That song "She," which is on Dookie and like one of the greatest albums of all time. So that's when I discovered what power chords were, and I was like, well, fuck this cello.
Big moment.
Yeah, I want to get a guitar, and I just started playing, trying to emulate bands from back then. I think I learned like all of Dookie and I don't know. But then
Well, that's great, man. So you mean with your brother, are you older or younger? Or are you the same?
Sam's turning 45 next week, so I'm younger than Sam. No, I'm older. I'm older than Sam. I'm 4 years older. Well, 5 if you ask him. So like 4.5 years older.
Nice. So I guess like the reason I ask is so you probably started playing first, and then you got into it because you were into it, or was it just the same time?
I don't really. Well, just because I was older and could like hold stuff. You know
exactly.
What I mean? And do stuff.
That is exactly right.
But it was
pretty in your arms.
It was pretty apparent once he got an instrument in his life that it's like, all right, well, this is what this kid's doing for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you recently celebrated your 14th anniversary as a band with Papadosio. How did you first get together? And is it the same lineup? Have you changed lineups? I happen to be in a band that is 15 years old.
Whoa.
The same dudes, yeah.
Same exact from the beginning?
Yep, same 4, never been any different.
Yeah, so you guys are still friends because that's the only way.
Yeah, it's more like a family. You know what I mean? Like we don't hang out like the way friends do. We hang out the way your family does.
Sure. Yeah. We got together. I was going to Ohio University, what was it, like 2006, 2005 when I met Anthony, and there were a couple like open jams, which are like open mics. Hopefully those still exist. And they were, we would all just bring our instruments. I was at this bar called O'Hooley's at the time in Athens, Ohio. Now it's called Jackie O's. And that's still there. They brew great beer, but they would do an open jam. And Mike would show up, Rob would show up. And we had a couple different different bass players, maybe a couple different drummers, but when we would all be on stage at the open jam, it would just kind of click, even though we didn't really know what we were doing.
No one knows what they're doing.
Right. I mean, I still don't, but
no clue. Yeah.
Here I am.
Educated guess.
Yeah. But people started coming. What I thought they were coming to see us, and maybe that was like a little ego trip that led us to here, because we had the conversation. We're like, let's just start rehearsing and playing music, and here we are now. It was a conversation I remember having, though. I was like, are we gonna do this? And it was a fairly serious conversation for a bunch of looks in college to have.
Yeah,
but, we
I
had
feel the same way. Except more
nerds
on my end, but still,
we're nerds. It's all
similar. Wookiee nerds. I mean, I hung on the Wook side of things for a long time.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. You're never gonna quit. That's just what happens.
Never gonna quit. He never quits me. So Papadosio's sound is extremely complex, and has grown over the years. Very layered. Is there a special way you write music, or is that just the way it comes out? And then a big question is, how much growth do your compositions experience from when they're first presented to the band until they are presented to the fans? Is there just like a huge difference, or is it pretty much the way it is?
Yeah. Let's say I have a song.
Let's
just say that I wrote a song. I will sketchboard it out in Ableton on this computer, and I will have a rough draft to bring to everyone, sometimes with everyone's parts kind of laid out, but not necessarily. There's always room for what do you want to do with this part. Here's how I think it should go. And then sometimes we'll put it over Splice, which is a program where I can send you something, and you can open up in your Ableton and see how I did it. So you can be, it'll be in your brain before we get together, and
that's
then
really
we'll
cool.
Then we'll play it, and then there's always room for, there's never really any. There's been a couple, but it's usually, I think it should go this way, or it should go this other way. The way I wrote it is how it's supposed to go. And then it's like, okay, fine, cool. But it's pretty open to interpretation for the most part. But if you listen to the studio version of We Are Water, I play it differently. Sorry, Anthony. But that's just how it goes. I don't know. That happens, and then it morphs, and then that's what the song becomes. We've played so many shows that it's like, if I listen to the studio version of certain things, I'm like, what?
Yeah, and we play. Yeah, like songs that are like way faster, way slower, parts that didn't exist. It's like improvisations that turned into the actual part you're playing.
Right.
So you just started doing something one day, and that just stuck. Mm-hmm. Or you wrote a song. This is a big one. We wrote a song pretty close when you got in the studio, and you hadn't played it very much out, and then it's going to change a lot. No matter what you do. But you guys,
that's the fun. What it's fun. Why not do it that way? I don't know any other way to do it. So
yeah, as long as you're feeling passionate about the music, there's not really a wrong way to do it.
True.
I think. There's an exception, but Anyway, so you've been releasing some stuff. You have this micro dosio singles, which is very clever. How did this concept come together? What have you released so far? What can people expect? Any juicy tidbits?
Well, the name I thought was a joke until it happened. I think all of us did. And then, because it just seemed right, I guess. I don't know. I think it was in an email chain, and then
I feel like the time is now for that. I feel like 5 years ago might have been too soon. Now you nailed it.
Right. Well, Anthony and I mean, all of us I had an idea for a band a long time ago, just called, I think it was like Mini or Micro, where you just had just a grand piano on stage, and then like on the legs were like MIDI drum triggers, and it just looked like it was only a piano. And then Rob got this little ukulele bass, which has electric pickups in it, so you can send it through like a pedal board that's like that big, and it sounds gigantic. So we're like, we should do something called Mini or Micro, and that was like 7 years ago. And then cut to now, where we have to, I don't think people understand how much bullshit goes on to like throw a Papadosio show. Like it's awesome and it's all worth it, but like the travel, and if we're flying, like you got a backline gear. So we said, let's challenge ourselves. Let's do things a little bit differently. Let's shrink everything down, and this is what we have to work with. Let's make music micro style. It's still going to sound huge because computers, that's what they're there for. Is to help you. So it just kind of spiraled that way, and a lot, every single song on Microdosio album is birthed out of Ableton and using the gear that we're going to have on the road. And it's ended up sounding, and we recorded a lot of it live, honestly, and there's not much overdubbing, and for some of the other albums, it's the studio time was astronomical compared to this one. I'm not talking about mixing, I'm just talking about and post-production. That's a whole different thing. Every single album is post-production and mixing. It takes forever. Anthony, you're a saint. But the actual physical recording of it, we can all be in the same room and do it just with the gear that we have. And
that's pretty incredible. I mean, that's what computers are doing, I mean, the ability right now to create and share music through the technology is just amazing. I find that incredible what we can do. Yeah. And then you've done a lot of live streaming. I just watched earlier today the streaming from Rob's house, your little studio, and it sounded great. It looks great. I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, it's just fully mixed sound. I mean, there's no, it's a really cool thing to do. What are those like, and how that happened?
Well, Rob has a beautiful home, and we had been rehearsing in the basement a little bit, and then one day out of nowhere, to me at least, he was just like, I'm going to build a studio down here. And once Rob gets something in his head, he's going to do it. That boy works hard, and it's not fully completely done yet, but it's separated rooms. There's drum room, there's control room, there's and so we're all separated. Sam and I are in one room, Mike's in a drum room, then there's the control room where Rob and Anthony are, and we just put some cameras up in the ceiling, and Anthony has an incredible mind for technology, and he really knocked it out of the park. I know all of us had input on the streaming, but his brain works a certain way that he can just figure it out, and so it's just us over there and Ariana, Rob's wife, doing visuals.
That's awesome. I really have to thank John right here, Vicarious Visions, for being for me. I mean, once we get into this virtual realm, like he's manning, he's driving the boat.
I really wanted to hear a little bit, because it's like, obviously it was in some kind of a studio setting to me, how he's got, and got you in the separate areas. But now the way that he's added in the green screen effects, where it pulls you all together, even though you're in separate areas.
Right.
Like just the way that the visuals come in behind you, I don't know, and it visually it really says something about the time that we're all living in right now too, about how you guys are all in these separate rooms but playing a song. I mean, like artistically, he's nailing it down, and kudos to him for sure.
Yeah, well, so artistically, it's Ariana, Rob's wife, doing the visuals. We couldn't. Dustin Klein at Videometry on Instagram is when we play live. He's the visual wizard out there, and we. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but there's a pandemic going on, so we can't have a million people down in the studio. Hopefully one day we're going to get him involved with it. But Ariana works at the Orange Peel and does lights at the Orange Peel, which is a venue in town in Asheville. And she was gracious enough to help us out with the visual aspect. And, the whole streaming thing is something that we've been wanting to do for a long time. Traveling and playing in everyone's city is great. We love doing that. But, we've been doing that for 14 years. Joe, you know what that feels like. So.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, my Dead Larry, the band that has been old, we're a 15-year-old band. I mean, in the last 5 years, we've started putting on Galactic Get Down, and that's allowed the members to kind of live their own lives, and not tour so hard and still have a community and support and have like a venue and a place to do our thing. So that's kind of been the transition there. But right, speaking of live stream events, you're doing Quarantine Comes Alive, that massive lineup just came out. Is that,
yeah.
How do you feel about that? How did that happen? I mean, it seemed to come out of nowhere, but it had to have been planned months, like as soon as everything started.
I honestly, we got the email and we're like, sure, let's do it. Yeah. Cool, normally it's Brooklyn Comes Alive, which is a more of a Brooklyn. I think it's at the Brooklyn Bowl usually. I think Eric Krasno might have been one of the people who started it. Gotcha. Again, I don't know fully because I'm not like enmeshed in that scene, but I feel like it's really cool them to reach out and want to have us involved, and that's been going on a lot with this. I feel like a lot of the acts and artists and management and promoters have all been like, all right, well, let's just all do it together.
Yeah, we have to.
It's kind of like a reset button.
We have to do things. And the thing is, people, I see every day on the internet and on TV, like people are missing music, and of course the musicians in the industry, people are missing it the most. But it's people want it. We want to give it to them. We're gonna figure out how. It's just that's the way it is. And right now, to me, it's not important. Trying to make it anything but just connecting with your crowd and getting through the situation. So, and that will lead us into, how's your quarantine going? How's it been the last 2 months? Or I don't know. I guess I don't know how North Carolina's been. But what have you been doing? And what do you want to do when this is over, I guess, is the biggest questions.
I've been doing a lot of stuff that I haven't had time to do around the house. Obviously, like things that people do. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what that is, so I'm just kind of like familiarizing myself. I mean, I know because we do. Right. The past 2 or 3 years we've had a good amount of time at home, but I like redid my kitchen floors. We've been painting. I've been gardening super hard.
What are you gardening?
I've got.
What you got going?
Well, I planted peach trees like 2 or 3 years ago, so they're finally kicking ass, which is really nice.
That's awesome. I want to live somewhere where you can grow peaches.
Yeah, man. I mean, you could do it inside up there. I don't know.
I suppose. Yeah. I don't think I personally could, but one could.
One could. You put your mind to it, you could do it.
If I took a lot of time and read a lot of articles, watched a lot of YouTube how-tos.
I've been and because of that, I've been just planting fruit because you can't really do that in Ohio or Minnesota. So I got a bunch of strawberries We do garlic every year. I built
That's cool.
like a above ground raised bed for lettuce and all sorts of stuff, and just kind of I get to have the time to do that, and I also have the time to come back in here and write music, which is amazing. And then I can just go eat a cheeseburger and then come back in here when I'm done. Like, it's not I have to I'm at the airport and I'm writing a song, and then I have to go eat a bon pain bullshit ass bread or some,
bullshit bread.
Or like well, now let me give a quick shout out to the Cuban place at the Orlando airport. Totally forget your name, but if you're ever in the Orlando airport, Terminal C, Cuban food there is on point and it's unbelievable.
I hope I remember that.
Yeah.
That's been a topic of conversation too around here lately, is one of the advantages that we have in the music industry versus like the television or movie industry is, like, while all the gears are stopped there, like, no movies are getting filmed, no TV shows are getting filmed, and as a result, in the future, there's going to be a lack of that. But the advantage that we have in the music industry is that while the gears are stopped for us, all these people are sitting at home and spending more time writing and creating than they normally have been. And I've been getting excited just thinking about how much cool music there is that's going to be coming.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, I'm just glad that we had all this already recorded so that everybody could hear it while they're at home. It kind of worked out. I mean, there's still more happening. Like I said, I'm still writing music.
Right. And a lot of bands are recording remotely. You know what I mean? Or doing little micro sessions.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like just getting it done.
Yeah, it's cool, and it's also nice to like I said, like a nice reset button. I feel like the music industry needed a reset really quick.
I have to agree.
It's insane, and for everybody watching, like, granted, I haven't really done anything else but the music industry, but it's unbelievable, and like touring is crazy, and it's great, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's not great to be at home for a couple months. Like, it's pretty nice. I do miss being on stage. Like, even this right now, I feel great. This is wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
And there's
I feel good about it too. It's and you obviously have a lot of really diehard family and friends that really want to see you and hear you talk and tell stories, because people talking in the chat, just loving it. So that makes me happy. That's good enough for me. I can fill me up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the Papadosio family Facebook group every morning, because like I feel like that keeps me connected to all the fans. Not every day I'm on there, but like I'll respond. I mean, I don't know.
It's important to you.
Yeah, it's important to me, and it's my life. This is what I've done, and I'm just glad that people, want to pay attention to what we do, because I don't know. It's crazy.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's very humbling, and
it is crazy.
Whatever I can do. I might not get back to you if you message me all the time, but I will eventually, someday.
Eventually, yeah. And it's not for lack of trying.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, lockdown, it's kind of taking a new form over these next few months. We'll kind of see how it goes, but anything you'd like to add, any hacks or tips or words of keyboard wisdom, percussive melodic wisdom for us?
I don't know. I guess just if you have a computer, you can make music, and
Yes.
you can get Ableton Lite for, I think, free, or like $100. And if you find yourself furloughed, or you've always wanted to try, and you like video games, you might as well just try to make electronic music. It's a wonderful thing, and it fills up your time, and it's really fun. It's rewarding, Well, but also, obviously every day go on a walk. For Christ's
get out there.
sake. Yeah.
I skipped some at the beginning because it was March in Minnesota, but yeah.
Is it still crazy cold up there?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was in April still, so pretty much every year. So
right.
Spring just started, like just last week.
So the dragonflies and mosquitoes are out in force.
Mosquitoes and June bugs.
Yeah, we
murder hornets.
Oh yeah, watch out for that now.
We're gonna eat them. I'm gonna eat them all. I'm gonna cook them up, and I'm going to eat them.
Nice. You gotta do something.
I hear they're delicious.
Let's go, dude.
I'll cook us up some murder hornets. I'll come over to North Carolina with the hornets.
Murder hornet sushi.
Murder hornets. So last but not least, what we like to do is have you play some music. You got some tunes. You got some stuff you've been working on. Got some. What do you got? What do you got for us today?
So, I've kind of hit, as one does, a not like total creative block, but when I don't know what else to write other than hip hop. So I've been writing like hip hop bangers, which is really fun for me. I mean, I love hip hop, like old Gangstar and Wu-Tang and
Nice.
old atmosphere beats. I mean, that's what when I realized that's actually what electronic music is. I mean, that's trip hop, hip hop, all that's all electronic. Yeah, atmosphere is great.
He's from Minnesota.
Yeah, he is. Atmosphere, motherfucker. You need to, I can fly away. Yeah, I love Atmosphere. But so I've been listening to that kind of stuff for a long time. And I had one that I sent to Mike Martinez of Natural Born Leaders. So if you guys saw us do the Gorillaz set, he was the dude doing all the Del the Funky Homo Sapien verses.
Del's my favorite MC of all time, personally.
Dude, one time I met
2020
him.
Changed my life, or 3030 changed my life, man.
Del Trump. I met him one time at a Rise festival in Colorado, and I don't think he could even see me. I was just like, hi Del.
Hi Del.
Hi Del. I'm this little white kid. I'm in a band called Papadosio. Oh, I love you. I was just
he played a free show in my hometown in Iowa City, and it was the hottest day of the year, and it was absolutely insane. He was just like sitting on the floor, rapping, like towel on his head. It was very hot.
He's the man, dude.
He's dope. I love that, and I'm a huge Blur, like Damon Albarn fan.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Gorillaz are, that first album really just blew my mind apart.
Demon Days album, it sounds like college to me.
I get that.
Which is better than Lil Jon,
Right.
Which, I'm not trying to.
I mean, I guess
Lil Jon, if you're watching, dude, I'm sorry, dog. But.
Yeah, for me, there's a time and place, like for the party hip hop, sort of like like popular hip hop, but like it's not as emotionally engaging, and that's what I look for.
True. Yeah.
Person.
Yeah, and that's why I love Atmosphere. Slug's flow and his lyrical choice is unbelievable. And, Wu-Tang and all that stuff. I haven't listened to as much of it as especially Wu-Tang, because there's so much of it. But I've just been writing hip hop beats. So I have like a thing that I made. If you want to hear it, it's not like that long.
Yeah, we want to hear it. I have a couple people that really are wanting to get dem beats right now.
All right, here's dem beats.
Dem beats, bud.
Let me make sure you guys can still hear it.
And you have SoundCloud, they say you do, with this stuff on it, with like your own stuff.
No. Oh well, I do have a SoundCloud. That's an interesting story. Like I used to make music for Trans World Snowboarding way back in the day. My buddy used to work for him. Yeah, I'm pretty edgy, bro. But yeah, a lot of that stuff on the Billy Brouse SoundCloud is from old Trans World Snowboarding, like tips and tricks videos and shit. But this one is like I don't know. Should I just play it?
Let's do it.
All
let's get down, dude.
right.
I gotta change my background.
Hold on a second.
Here we go.
Can you hear that? You can
Yep.
hear that.
It's being weird, or
Is it being weird?
did it stop?
Shouldn't I?
Baby, just tell me what you Baby, just tell me we must Baby, just tell me what Baby, just tell me we must
It's gone again.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
let me
it.
get out my. Oh, nice. I thought we were gonna play keyboards together, dude.
Oh, I wish you could do that. I don't know.
Dude, look at my super psychedelic keyboards I just got today.
I could.
Those bad boys. Waiting all day to bust this in. Oh.
Hilarious. Yeah, so that's
Are you gonna have? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
that's just my my hardcore beat.
Well, are you gonna like show it to people and be like, hey, you want to make a verse on this beat? Are you gonna like make?
Yeah,
a thing,
no,
or is it
that's in the works for sure.
Nice. Super cool.
It's just not. It takes a while. Everybody's too busy gardening and shit. So
Gardening and taking walks.
taking walks.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to play? You're welcome to play and chat as long as you like, but you know, at this point it's up to you, my friend. Yes, Joshua Fisher, we will let Billy play as long as he'd like. Don't worry.
I'll just play some. Hold on. Just want to see so you guys know what I'm working with. I just have this sub 37 hooked up MIDI.
Nice.
Let's see what else. Hold on. I wish I would have thought this through and been able to loop stuff and then play the vibes, which I might be able to do actually. But
you can just rock the vibes if you want, man. The world is your oyster.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear it.
Yeah. Hit him as hard as you can. You don't actually have to. I just
don't
saying.
know if you'll hear it. But yeah, I mean, I probably have some other shit. I mean,
oh, do you sample your vibraphone?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. See?
Oh, why not?
Sample everything. A little sample of all of it.
Here's this kit. One of my favorite sampled kits. There's a huge filter on it. What's this one? So yeah, I've just been messing around with Ableton Live packs, and there's let's see, this one's called the Streets Kit.
Do you listen to the Streets, the British rap group?
Oh hell yeah,
Mike Skinner, yeah,
definitely. Well, you wake up one day, you're in a dumpster. What dumpster? You in what? You where you at? Like that, dude.
Yeah, it's like clocking in the McDonald's car park.
You're in the park.
Behind me starts queuing. Yeah,
you're in the car park. That's right, in the car park, isn't it?
McDonald's car park.
McDonald's. Aluminium. Crikey.
Sticky wicket.
Sticky wicket. Hilarious.
What's a wicket? Oh, cricket wicket.
Which I've had time to figure out.
You play cricket?
No, but I looked into it, and that shit is crazy. If you're ever bored, and
a lot of rules.
Holy shit, dude. It's insanity. Tuba.
I've never played cricket.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think anyone I know has ever played cricket. But yeah, anyway, that was my hard beat.
Your hard beat. What? Yeah. Well, when you put it to, when you get collaborations going and stuff, I'd love to hear it. You know, I mean, as things happen, you know.
For sure.
It's fun to hear. You know, because everyone has, you know, so many different types of music that they love, especially other than the type of music you make or like the music that comes out. So like dabbling in other genres is just so fun to see. So you playing hip hop entertains me greatly, and I love it.
I wanted to play like some of the original versions of Dosio songs that I've written.
Now everybody's gonna get excited,
but I can't because this is a brand new computer.
Oh, right.
So all my other like it's still here on this drive, and I should have thought about it to share with everyone. But like the original version of
look,
blah,
internet
blah, blah.
will still be here, and if they come at you, you can just do a live video. Like, this is the thing I was gonna do. Give us tag me or whatever, and we'll do it that way.
Right on, man.
There's a million ways to do it. I would love to hear it. That's cool though, because I mean, I think people are just jonesing for.
Yeah, I think that'll be a live stream in the future, and we kind of talked about that, like, because you know we'll be here for a while, so we got to think of interesting ways to connect with fans. So
I don't know if you've seen, but Dopapod's been doing a weekly Dopapod TV, and I'm sure people would eat up something like that with you guys. I mean, like, you know, like I was saying to you like last week as we were getting ready for the show, but like, you know. For what it's worth, we all miss seeing shows, and don't get me wrong, but seeing shows is what we're all used to. Like, this is a real opportunity for us to be able to take advantage of things like we're doing here with you tonight, or you know, sessions like that where you can get together and really have a more personal relationship with fans, even though you're miles apart instead of in the same room. Those connections can be built so much stronger right now. And so I love the stuff that you guys have been doing. You've been really staying connected well with your fan base, and I really appreciate that as a fan for sure.
Cool. Well, that's good to hear. Wait, you can't hear me. Oh yeah, you can. That's good. We're just trying to come up with new ways to do it. I don't know about Dopapod, I've never heard of them, but like I'm sure they're doing it really great, and it's a wonderful time. I'm just kidding. I think Dopapod like had a show in Columbus or some shit, and like that night it got canceled, and they went to a studio and streamed, so they were like right out on top of it.
They were ready to go.
Which is
yeah, they're always on that.
We had Fro on the show. Was the first episode of this season, 3 episodes ago.
Interesting factoid about Fro. One time, Dopapod stayed at my dad's house, and everybody left, and then Fro stayed like 2 more days and just hung out with my dad.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
John Wayne and the Pain stayed at my dad's house when I wasn't there, and I got pictures of them with my baby pictures, being like, "Yeah."
That's hilarious.
They still pop up every once in a while.
Yeah, Fro is super chill. He's awesome to just hang out with and not deal with the BS.
Yeah, Dopapod is one of those bands that's like your favorite band's favorite band kind of thing.
Right.
Where it's like they're all just so ridiculously talented. I remember the first time I think they came to Athens, or maybe it wasn't Athens. I don't remember where it was, but they opened up for us before I knew who they were, and they knew who we were, and we were all just like, like we had to go on after Eli shredding of just hurricane around everyone. But it's not, it's not all about that. It's about the aesthetics, and it's about how you treat your fans. And Dopapod's really great at interacting with fans, and they're all great dudes. I'm just glad to know them, and I'm glad that we're all still doing it.
You guys have done a fantastic job too. Don't sell yourself.
I agree.
Short. I
agree.
Especially with the size of fan base that you're dealing with. Like you said, you get up every morning and check out the Dosio fan page, and I think a lot of people somewhere along the lines really lose touch with that. But like I said, I've known you and had conversations with you for years, and you've never lost touch. So that's definitely well appreciated.
Oh, it's important, I think so. I'm glad people are listening. That's
yeah, they are, and there's been there are at least a couple people that are saying yes, Dopapod, or we were talking about Dopapod, Papadosio. Sorry, should have a show. You should have your own show. You go on once a week and talk to people. At least 2 people would watch.
We've been
we got the live sessions too. So go on.
Yeah, but I think we've got a Twitch channel going now, and I think it's just gonna get more. We're gonna not do other things like not like IRL, like in real life streams, but maybe some Q&A sessions and kind of like stuff like this,
Yeah.
And Rob McConnell is an amazing NBA 2K player, so hopefully he'll be streaming. And if you are on Facebook, you should just find Rob and talk a bunch of shit to him, and then he'll play you in 2K, and we can stream that.
Stream that, yeah.
Something else to do. I know Sam has been getting into Elder Scrolls Online, which I haven't done yet because I had to quit Skyrim for my health.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta know when to call it.
Yeah, but I will put it out there right now that...
Funny thing, my old desktop, I actually built that computer to play Skyrim, and then I started watching MKDevo videos, and I went to school for broadcasting, and when I started watching Dave's videos, I was like, man, I got to get back into this. And so I had just built this computer to play Skyrim, and it worked out great for video editing as well.
Hell yeah, there you go. It's a beautiful thing.
Perfect. And the rest is history. Virtual history.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Billy, unless you got more, I'm gonna just kind of wrap this up. It was really awesome to talk to you. For the last few hours. It's just great. It's great how how easy going and how willing you are just to hang out and chat, because I feel the same way, and I think it's really, really nice just to connect in this way.
Yeah, let's all just be people together, man.
Just people, man, living on a big rock, whirling around and burning ball of hydrogen helium.
Yeah, no, I don't really have much more music-wise right now. I do, okay, but it's not ready to roll. So just pay attention. Like I'll
tease him with it.
Yeah, I'll be putting stuff out there, and if you want to go listen to old stuff I put out there. There is a SoundCloud, just Billy Brouse, and then Sam has a SoundCloud. I think it's called House of Brouse, and it's amazing.
Yep, somebody yelled House of Brouse, or they didn't yell, but many exclamation points.
Sam's old Nala DJ sets are up there. They're incredible. But yeah, there's stuff out there if you look for it. And I'll be putting stuff on that SoundCloud here and there.
Nice.
So yeah.
Say like Papadosio has some, you got some recording done before this happened. You're playing the big live stream concert. You got a lot of stuff going on, and I think that's super exciting.
Yeah, we'll be doing it. So I think it's like every 2 weeks. And next Tuesday we got another song coming out. So Perfect. Watch out for that.
We will make sure to pay attention and share.
The real dancey one. So.
Oh, I like to dance. Next week we have I don't know if it's our very first international guest. I'm racking my brain to see if we've had any international guests, but it's our first international guest where our guest will be in another country when we do the show. Is that right, John? Yeah. Lackey Doley, right? Did I say that right?
Yep.
Lackey Doley is from Australia, right? I'm just making sure I got this right. And then John can tell you any other details. He's very excited. This is a dream come true for Mr. John.
So interesting story here. So when I first discovered Lackey Doley, he's an amazing keyboard player. You were saying earlier the first time that you heard Eli Winderman, you were blown away, as was I. Same sort of thing with Lackey. His keyboard skills are out of this world. And so I was chatting with Chuck Jones one night and shared a video of Lackey with Chuck, and unbeknownst to me, Chuck had shared that video with Eli, and Eli was like, oh wow. Well, at the same time, I had shared a video of Dopapod with Lackey Doley and was like, check out this guy playing keyboards. And so it was pretty cool because they had both kind of got turned on to each other by me passing these messages across from each other. But yeah, this guy is an amazing keyboard player, much like Eli. First time I heard him, my jaw hit the floor.
Well, I gotta check this guy out.
Lackey Doley, we're gonna reach across that great Pacific Ocean and do a show. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this is all about. I'm excited for the future, albeit a little strange. We're getting through it. Billy, thanks again for being here, everyone. Just so you know, this episode will be available to rewatch immediately and will also be on YouTube within the next few days, so you can rewatch it and pause at your favorite faces we make and all that fun stuff. But thanks, John, for doing this. Thanks, everybody, for watching, paying attention. Make sure to check out all the lovely artists that we featured today and the Galactic Get Down Virtual Festival. It's happening. Anything else you got, bud? Either one of you?
Well, just thanks for watching, everybody. And we all miss you. We miss you.
Oh, we do. I miss everyone.
We'll be back.
All right. Love you all. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye.
Because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. Oh, I love you. Sometimes you got troubles. So many troubles. They're getting you down. But you don't have to worry about your troubles no more, 'cause I'll always be around, because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. I love you.